Hello and welcome to Building with Whip episode 300, where I've played over 9,000 days inside of a single Minecraft survival world. Let's take a look down memory lane. Starting off here in good old Papyrus, my original desert-inspired city, almost Egyptian Nile River-inspired atmosphere in here. I absolutely love it. It got us through a lot of the first starts of the world. This has a lot of my redstone farms in it and a lot of other cool things going on just in that amazing, cool little city right there that still has stuff to grow on it. But on top of that, a few fun statistics to share with you all as we are venturing through my farming valley right now. We have killed over 269,000 mobs inside of this Minecraft world, and well, unfortunately those fight back, and we have died 34 times over the course of these 9,000 days, which for me, I think that's pretty successful. On top of that, as we've built a lot of insane things, one of the interesting things people always ask me is, fWhip, how many blocks have you mined? Well, folks, to this point in time, I've mined over 2,151,000 blocks inside of this world, and after a quick tally that I did, I have placed over 1.4 million blocks as well, which is absolutely insane. And then from full-on playtime, because I don't like to AFK too much in this world, there's over 2,000 hours of actual human playtime. The 9,000 days is 9,000 Minecraft days, and that is just absolutely insane that we've been able to build up all of this stuff over the last, I believe we're at 3 years of doing this series on my channel, maybe 4 years. I think we're closing in on that 4th year, or it just happened. I can't remember on that one, but we just have all these very, very cool builds, and my personal favorite one right here, which I would love to get back to working on here soon, is my custom terraforming project. I love terraforming in Minecraft. It is one of my absolute favorite things to do inside of this game, and I could not resist starting a giant mountain project. So the entire thing that you are seeing right here has been done in survival. All of these blocks have been placed leading up to that 1.4 million blocks placed. That might be where some of those have come from here, folks. But we have a very cool Nordic inspired village up in here, trying to make it look like it's up in here in the mountains inside of a forest atmosphere. These are very heavily inspired by the Cascade Mountains, which I live nearby, and I just absolutely love them. So many great memories for that, and I wanted to bring that into Minecraft. And a little bit of a glimpse at the underside of these structures. As you can see, it's a little dark under there. We don't go under there. Nobody goes into the darkness. But however, the place where we do a lot of our block mining is right next to those mountains, just headed over to the north side of it. I built up a little bit of a quarry here because I wanted to have a reason to explain where the resources come from inside of my world, where things happen, why things are the way they are. So any redstone, whatever it is, I try and give a reason to where I'm automatically producing the things or whatever it might be. So the quarry just served as an entry point into this massive underground area where I've been breaking blocks for years. This is the second one of these. Actually, there is already another one. Then on top of that, of course, we use a lot of prismarine stuff in here, so I've got a guardian farm. Of course, you need one of those. And my first castle I ever built. Good old Castle Bleakrock, sitting out over here on the end of the land, right on the ocean, and I love it so very much. This is one of my favorite builds I've ever done in the entire time I've played Minecraft. Building in survival only resulted in about 3 or 4 deaths from falling off the top of it, because that was before I had an elytra, so that was super fun. But it was super fun to build up just this giant red castle. Then of course after that, or it might have been before that, we came over here and built up this elven build. I haven't really done much with this one since then. I don't know. It just kind of sits here. It's giant, it's grand. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I want to include it here. Then outside of that, we came back over to the medieval area and have been building up this amazing village here of River Rose, which is just a very, very vibrant, colorful village full of flowers and life and just this unique style of really working with those newer blocks. This was a post 115 project, and I just absolutely love it. I think it worked out really well. One of the first boats I've ever built with that I was really happy with. And then again, of course, a major terraforming project over here with all of the cliffs. Everything just works out really well together in the end. The goal is to create a very interconnected Minecraft world with lore where you can explore down all the roadways and have things define. And there's a big roadway leading throughout here, and I want something to include on this hill, so that turned into a ruined castle, making castle number 3 inside of our world, which is a little insane. But that road leads all the way down here to a Minecraft 1.14 village remake that I did, which was so very fun, where I came all the way down here and found one of the new updated villages that we had, so found some new chunks and all that stuff, because this world started in 1.12, and just turned it into this amazing little defensible village down there. And then lastly, we are over here at the new 1.16 survival let's play area where we are working on this fantasy Asian inspired area, which has been super fun to work on. But man, that is a big castle project. But that is it for the tour here, folks. It's time that we actually get into survival action for the day, so let's jump back into the game. And with that, folks, I just want to say thank you so very much for joining me on this journey of 300 episodes of Building with fWhip, and now more than 300,000 subscribers here on the channel. So thank you all so very much for that one. And with that, I wanted to offer a little bit of a bonus world download. I normally only do these on the world tours. Since we did one fairly recently, today is not really a world tour, but since we did the cinematic, why the heck not? If you are an active Twitch sub, patron member, or YouTube member, you can get the world download. Patrons, it'll be over on Patreon. Everybody else, you need to be in the Discord, and there will be a link after you link your accounts. It can take a few hours. Please don't spam me saying that you don't have the things yet. I know it'll be there. Just give it a few hours. Okay, thank you very much. And now what we're going to be doing is upgrading, of course, the most important tool for episode 300. We're going to be upgrading this diamond hoe right here to a netherite hoe. Let's jump into the nether and make this happen. Now, I've spent a very, very long while here actually gathering up a bunch of TNT that I have here with me and crafting that all, getting a bunch of sand, gunpowder, and all that stuff. And oh my gosh, friends, it took way too long. I was like, I'm gonna get a stack in TNT, and then I spent, well, 2 hours hunting creepers to get this much, and then I was like, I'm done. But over here, though, we've got our caves that should be down this way a little bit further ahead, where we have been doing a lot of netherite mining. I think over this way there should be a giant open cube back here where I've just kind of blown everything up and did a little bit of hand mining as well. And I've realized one amazing thing. I've been down here for a while actually gathering up a lot of this gold ore and bringing it back with me because, well, if we smelt this down, so we put these inside of our super smelter here, that'll give us straight up gold ingots. Taking ourselves down here just a little bit of a ways, and that's blackstone. That is a lot of blackstone. Let's see if we can go, maybe, this looks like we could get 47 blocks in here. Let's see what we can do with this TNT. Just shy. I guess we're gonna do 2 big explosions. So, the way we can do this right here is, well, we do that, and then we run all the way back here. And to start ourselves off, it looks like we've got at least one of these things. I actually need a full 4 of them in order to do anything, and we cleared a lot. Maybe we need to do this higher up, but at least there's one over here. I heard somebody once mention, I think on the Reddit, that if you see any, you should dig around them because there's a higher chance of them usually being in a pair. So if you're ever breaking netherrack or ancient debris, whatever the heck this thing is called, just break a few blocks around it. Yeah, we should have spaced those out a little bit better. Ooh, that was not a good idea. We wasted a bunch of TNT there. All right, take 2. We are gonna go every few blocks of these ones. So I'm gonna leave 2 air blocks in between, and hopefully this works a little bit better for us. Well, that was at least more successful because there's 1 and 2 right over there. So that's a little bit more hopeful than we had the first time. Oh man, this stuff is gonna be a pain. Oh, there's 2 up there. Sweet, we've got 4. We can get the hoe. Back in the overworld now. All of our nether gold ore is smelting away. It is great in here having all of this stuff with us. Oh my gosh, we're going to be putting this gold to good use later today. But very importantly, we need that netherite ingot, and we can come up here to our smithing table, throw the diamond hoe in there and the netherite ingot, and there we go. The netherite hoe. Serious dedication. I have both those achievements now. I love it. Oh no, they got rid of the old one. We can now no longer show that we used up an entire diamond hoe. But wait, we've used it like 15 times. But anyway, we've got all this stuff done. And I think what I want to do now is, remember those piglins we grabbed in the last episode, the piggy boys? Well, they need a little bit of a farm built up around them. I'm going to use Logical Geek Boy's design for a piglin bartering farm, get that thing set up, and while I'm waiting for them to get in there, kind of do their thing, I'm going to be moving all of this nether gold over, and hopefully we can get some cool trades. I will admit it, going into the nether update, I was like, I don't want to look at anything. I want to come up with doing these things my own way. And well, folks, that was a bad call. I am so thankful I looked up how to do this farm design. Again, it is by Logical Geek Boy, and it is absolutely amazing. You can see it spitting out gold there from the top. I put in the first store of gold, and I need to get up here and put in some more of it. And we're gonna have a lot. Look how much gold that we have so far. And that was from about an hour and a half of mining nether gold inside of here. I meant to do a time lapse, I forgot, so I'm kind of tempted to do another one here. But these guys have been producing stuff like crazy. We can just take a quick glimpse at this one right down in here. Like, look at all that's crazy nether brick. We got gravel, soul sand, crying obsidian, ender pearls, obsidian, everything that you could ever need from these piggy boys we've got ready to go for us. And I'm pretty excited to be actually able to have a quick and easy way to get a lot of nether bricks. I think those are gonna be so fun to work with. And they have oh my gosh, they have the coolest breaking stuff. But I will tell y'all what, folks, I've got to find a way. Actually, I do have a way. We got to repair this pickaxe up here, and then I think it actually might be time to do a 1 hour nether gold mining session, see how much stuff that we can get. We just need this silky boy repaired up there or ready to go. Oh gosh, I even have phantoms. I literally just trying to get out. Okay, down in the safety bunker, I have an idea on how we can actually get some experience, because I've been smelting up dried kelp over here forever, right? This stuff has been keeping us very, very busy with keeping everything going, and I've got an idea on how we can actually pull this out and get some experience out of it, because right now we got to load these guys. These 4 little blast chambery things back here have been going absolutely insane smelting everything. So if we can just get ourselves down here, and I want to just detach the hoppers that come out below them. So we're just going to go through and break these 3 hoppers right in here. That should be totally fine. And then if we go in here and just add in a few of these guys. I converted the rest of the stuff up into dried kelp blocks, and we actually got like 6 stacks. So 2 stacks of fuel for each of these. And what I want to do through here is if we pull that out, that should give us experience. That should give us experience, as the word is called. But I want to take everything else off here and put it only towards this guy. So if we're holding him here and we pick this up, oh, okay, this is gonna work here. Oh, there we go. And then I'm gonna hold you here. And I think I want to let's repair the axe a little bit here. So that should split it between the 2 of them. And, oh no, that all went in. Okay, it just went into that one. All right, well, at least I went to the pickaxe. Lastly, I got to make sure I got to put these hoppers back in here. Otherwise, I'm going to come back later and be like, why the heck am I not getting anything out of this farm? And then I'll be like, okay. I know this is a bit of a weird one for episode 300. It's like there hasn't been any building so far in building with fWhip. So, folks, what we're going to do here, though, is not build. We're going to go ahead and do that 1 hour speed time-lapse mission here of seeing how much nether gold ore we can get. And then from there, I promise we will get to some building. I've got some amazing building plans here for the day, but I just want to see how much stuff I can get here, mostly because I'm just obsessed with getting new blocks from this farm. So without any further ado, let's hit it. First thing, wow, doing a time lapse inside of the nether is so hard to track your character and make that thing actually make sense. Second thing about this build that we're at, I love walking across these bridges. I think it's so cool being able to look down in the valley and see this type of stuff down here. It's just so fun. And now that we have this area over here, there's just so much more life to it. I love how dynamic this village is and how different it feels. There's just so much stuff going on with it. But folks, for the grand tally of how much nether gold ore we were able to get, check that out. That is insane. That took an hour and a half to get all of that stuff in there, and I think that's absolutely insane. So I can unlist this one, and this one's still cooking the things up inside of here, and we've got a little bit more, and then that's all going to be loaded in. I can smelt this stuff away here, but folks, I think it's time that we get on with the big time lapse for the day, of where we are going to be working on the castle. I'm going to spend quite a few hours getting this thing sorted out. My goal for today is to get the base foundational shapes in for every single one of the structures. So basically the basalt down at the base, that black stone bit right there, and then the white concrete, however that's going to go. And later on we'll come back and do the roofs, but I think this way we can get a grand scale of how the structure is actually going to work. So without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead and kick this off in a good old-fashioned time-lapse mode and build up a castle. Day 9023, and I am still picking insanely stupid things to do when you have no resources, folks. Oh my gosh, I've been working on this thing for a solid day, just being able to craft up all of this white concrete. But one thing I did realize, all of those extra warp blocks that I was lying around with over there that were just sitting there doing nothing, well, those things are amazing in composters for producing bone meal to get white dye, so that is absolutely awesome. The base shapes are all like kind of the bottoms of all these towers in. Obviously, we're going to do some more layers similar to how that one is, probably on those guys and a few more up there. But oh my gosh, that is a lot of this stuff done here, and that is looking really, really insane. I do gotta say though, even from down here, it still feels absolutely massive, and we set ourselves up to have an entirely new massive project to work on in the form of terraforming, because all of this stuff is floating, and I kind of knew this was going to be coming, but we've got to completely redesign the corner of these cliffs and everything, and oh man, that is gonna be a lot of work here, so that's super cool. For the next projects coming up here, however, in the last episode I asked people if they want to see the old world or the new world, being this one. Old world basically being everything you saw in the cinematic going into this episode, or into this video. And a lot of people actually said seeing the old world. So I think what I would like to do to give myself more of that freedom of this is, if anybody remembers episode 1 of this series where I started the new 116 survival zone, is I set up this thing right over here. Create a road that links the 116 area up with the old seasons, access to the old items, and storage. I think that's going to be a great way that we can kind of be able to achieve both of those things. So I believe in the next episode, it's going to be time to create an insanely massive road system to get ourselves all the way from over here about 3,000 to 4,000 blocks back home. I have no idea at all where we're going to start with the road, but I think I'm going to connect it up to the main road leading out with the castle. And then that's just going to be coasting along the edge of this entire area. Kind of wanted to loop it in to going along the river area. We still need to set up a farmland. I'm almost thinking a rice paddy throughout there. But then there's a bit of a village that you can see the top of right over there at the edge of the view distance. And I think we're going to be leading through that one and then echoing along further. We've got plenty of bridges to build. We got plenty of stuff to do in big old time-lapse form and all those things. And it's going to be absolutely insane. And this one over here has taken me so long to do, folks. I think I'm going to be calling this one here for today. So thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button down below if you did enjoy. And be sure to grab that world download if you can, folks. I will try and have an updated version of the texture pack out as well by the time that goes live, or it'll be a few days after. Might be working on that for a little bit in the next video, because I got a few things in there I want to tweak. I'm thinking about playing around with this wood now that I've been working with it for a while. It's a wee bit too vibrant. But anyways, click that subscribe button if you're brand new. And folks, I will catch you on the fWhip side.